Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you very well and see your presentation.
Okay. Thank you very much. I would like to say, great thanks to the organizer of the conference for giving me the chance, very good chance, to say a few words on this conference. What I want to say here is we would like to tell you the story of our university, what we have done just to overcome all the difficulties when we suffer the pandemic COVID-19 and what we learn from it. Okay, as you know that just like other countries, other universities in the world, Vietnam also suffer a lot from the COVID-19 pandemic, which appear and spread very quickly. And we are lucky just because after, I think, more than 3 months, we suffer from the COVID-19, we had 100 days in the new situation. In which everything seemed to come back to normal. And suddenly we suffer the second wave of the COVID-19 in the late July and the beginning of August. And suddenly everything, we had to go back to what we had done before. And there are good lessons after the two, difficult times that we suffer the COVID-19. However, today I'm very happy to tell you that we are just lucky to go back to normal. All the universities in Vietnam now, we are delivering the teaching and learning activities in the normal situation, and that's we can say that we are quite lucky. So for the concerning matters, after all what we have done so far is, how could we implement effectively the online activities during the COVID-19 pandemic? And what should we do after we have overcome all the difficulties and now we enjoy the happy situation again? And what should we do just to cope with the situation that may happen in the future? And that's what we want to talk about in this conference. So first of all, I want to tell you what our university, the name is ULIS, that's University of Languages and International Studies. And what did we do during the COVID-19 outbreak? Okay, the activities are so many, but here I try to summarize in just a few things that we did. First of all, we had to issue the necessary documents in quick response to the pandemic. You know very well that before the COVID-19, we didn't pay much attention to the documents that the teachers need to follow in the online teaching mode. So what we had to do first, just to give them enough documentation, telling them the guidelines, what they need to do, what are required to do, and what are acceptable, what are not acceptable during the online activities. And after that, we quickly implemented the online teaching and learning activities at our university. Here are just some examples of all the documents that we issue during that difficult times. Here are some activities that we did. We say that the solutions. At first, we try to make full use of the studio that we had as of facilities of the university. And that studio is very useful, where we can produce the lectures that can be live streaming broadcast. And we make full use of the Zoom, software. That's what we are doing now in this conference. It is a miracle, I think. So, and we also subscribe to Microsoft Office 365 Education, and they offer very good solutions, free during that difficult times for us. And we also try to organize different seminars on, giving guidelines, telling the teachers what to make full use of the application in their online teaching. Okay, here are some numbers and figures of what we have done so far. At the undergraduate levels, we have produced more than 1,000, exactly here is 1,397 lectures for the students online. 79 lectures have been produced for the double degree programs, and we have broadcasted 82 live streaming lectures so far. And during that time we suffer from COVID, we subscribe to more than 40 Zoom ID hosts. You can imagine that at any moment, at the same time, we had more than 40 Zoom conference for the students and the teachers to study. And over 4,000 accounts on Microsoft Office 365 have been given to the teachers and students. Okay, here are some of the pictures during the time we had to deliver all our teachings online. So now we have been back to what we call the new normal situation, and the good lesson should be learned. We should be prepared for the very uncertain future. Here in Vietnam, we are not quite sure whether the coronavirus may come back or not, but now we are ready to cope with anything that happens. So the investment into the infrastructure should be made. The human resources, the training of the people who are ready for the online teaching and learning should be done. And the university have come to the agreement that the blended learning method should be maintained. So here are what we have done. We have invested a lot of money in modernizing the internet system, the Wi-Fi system in our university. So in any classroom now, the teacher and the student can be connected to the internet all the time. The servers and the connection lines have been invested. The human resources for this way of learning, we pay a lot of attention for training the teachers. Besides issuing the policy for online teaching and learning, we have done a lot of courses for giving the professional development for the teachers. And we need to encourage the teachers and the students to get used to the blended learning. So now all our students, all our teachers are ready for any mode of teaching and learning. It can be on-site teaching and learning. It can be online learning at any time. And blended learning is what we are trying to do now in our university. We try to help teachers and learners better understand the online, the effectiveness of online teaching and learning, and we prepare teachers and students to learn about, apply, and actively apply online teaching and learning courses, and try to apply all what they have learned into their own context. So to do all the thing here, we need to get the clear, direction from the governing board of the university, and we need to get all the departments of our university involved, because the teaching and learning now is not the job done by the professors, the lecturers, and the students. They need to get the support, the help from different departments, especially the IT sectors of the university. So here are all what we have learned from the story. There are opportunities and challenges at any moment, any activity. So we try to turn the challenges into opportunities. We have suffered a lot from COVID-19, but we have learned a lot from that, and we have the slogan here, English beats COVID-19, and in fact, we have beaten it. So the online teaching and learning practices should be continued in the future. That's what our university have been doing and will do in the future. So thank you very much for your listening.